so they evolved with those teeth and they eat plankton. Challenge. I challenge that. I know you can't see me right now, but I am pointing at this thing and it is challenged. Challenge that. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 244, where we're going to go ahead and sell all this scrap worth all this money that we got. These thermal panels, yeah, not too great. Let's see what else. Subatomic regulators, that's some money. Cha-ching, look at that. Activated emerald, it's 100 grand. Spool of nano cables, and won't turn that down. Handful of cogs. Oh, we did get a storage augmentation. Oh, see, that's the sleeper right there. You know what I mean? Like that is the reason to break down these ships. This one storage augmentation, when used on the proper ship, is going to be worth so much more than the resources we spent to repair it, or even all of the other components sold combined. And all of this stuff is going to get stored in some storage. Item teleportation enabled. I like that. Very, very handy just to shove stuff over to the freighter and then take it right back as soon as it's time. I'm a big fan of that, really. Get this looking somewhat on purpose, and then honestly, I think, if I'm to be totally honest, I think we need to go back and buy some wiring looms, because those seem to be things that we need. If I had saved up some activated copper, we might have been able to get a full repair on that ship. I wonder, though, if I would have got the single storage augmentation without any repairs. Didn't really cost us all that much, you know, a few hundred platinum. We're still double stacked on chromatic metal, maybe some paraffinium, but we have a lot. Yeah. In the end, a really good exchange. Alright, let's follow this ship out. And as we depart, I don't think we're going to stay in this system. So, staying true to form in the discussions we've had, one planet per system, whatever the most interesting planet might happen to be. That's what we will investigate. And then after that, we're going to find our way out of here. So let's see. Because if we want to jump and then go through a black hole, what we need is this one, the end of sleep. We'll put a launch fuel into the thruster, but this is it here. So we need another hyperdrive, and then I don't think there's standard hyperdrive technology other than these particular stellar star ones, and then also the emergency one, right? Yeah, the emergency warp unit. That's just like, I have to warp now, and it takes you somewhere and breaks some components. So we get some shield modifications, some phase beam modifications, and then maybe some pulse engines. I don't know, really, this is the ship we're going to be working on for the time being, because it was our first exotic. I like the squid ship as like a status symbol, but I don't know. I think I like this ship just because it's so minimalist. It strikes me as something you would want to try to take through a wormhole because it's just so simple and spherical. Like a little fish. Right, so we're not going to get guidance to the nearest black hole, but what we can do is we can get a path to the galactic core, and then... Nope, out of jump range. So we've gone a little far. How about here? Nope. Right about here. One planet with water and a black hole. I accept these terms. And there it is, right in front of us. We could just punch straight over to it, but nope, we're not going to do that. Wow. Let's break out of this asteroid field for a second, because that is a pretty crazy picture. So that planet looks really, really gnarly. I wish there was a way to get, well, no, let's just settle with our ship and the planet. Maybe. Sort of backlit. Maybe we can get, yeah. And that planet, that looks pretty interesting. A torrid planet. So very hot, with high sentinel activity. And very large oceans. And as you can see, these land masses are dotted with a myriad of small fractal-like lakes, which tells me the ocean's probably not going to be exceptionally deep, because the terrain is rather, I don't want to say homogeneous, because there definitely are areas above and below sea level, and there very well could be mountains or plateaus, that the terrain variation is not extreme. Because if the terrain variation was more varied and extreme, then the lakes would be larger and more intentional looking. Whereas from orbit, it just looks like that planet was pelted with meteorites. Okay, nothing good there. Let's see what we get here. Starship shield. Phase beam. Ugh, it's hard to argue with a shield module. It really is. Alright, there we go. And I think what we'll do is we'll head over here to the trade area. I don't really have a desire to talk to these aliens. I guess I could. I could try to make a social call. We haven't done that in a while. I bet there's more dialogue to be had. Nothing of value at all, tra-la-la. I didn't even look. What sort of... That's a promising economy. Okay. There's no tritium. And no dihydrogen. Or dihydrogen jelly. Oh, there's some nanites and Gex standing. That paid for a portion of our starship shield. To learn or to blank, both are available, traveler. I would like to browse your missions. A photo of a manufacturing facility, I feel like, is one of those things that's just bound to happen eventually. Planetary depot, kill 15 creatures. That's going to happen eventually. I assure you that will happen eventually. Most assuredly. Oh, I like these large winged engined haulers. That's an A class too. That's bad colors, though. Now I'm kind of looking at ships in my ship shopping very differently than I used to. It's all about the physicality of it. I mean, how it can upgrade is, sure, I'll say a little bit of, you know, knowing that something's A class just means it's going to cost less nanites to get it to S class. But really, for me, it comes down to the looks. If the ship is awesome enough looking, I'll probably take it and run with it anyways. So let's head... Oh, this is an interesting looking planet. I wonder if we can get a shot of just the planet, maybe. Vibrant. What about filmic? It might be too bright. Vintage changes the color. No, we'll stick with default. Alright, and my goal is to head for... These islands look to be a little connected to stuff. These islands seem to be kind of out in the middle of this water, so let's see what this is about. And if it's interesting enough, maybe we'll try to make landfall. Oh, this is a pretty significant extension of land. I thought this would be like an archipelago. Really, it's more of like a peninsula. Okay, and then the islands continue until they don't. Well, let's get a view of what the land is like. So we've got red water, scorched ground, and red skies. The nebula, oof, we'll get there eventually. The nebula, however, is a weird sort of yellow. So at night, oh, this planet does feel scorched, though. Dangerously hot. That's what it says. The Vamp 48 system. Am I not the first person to get here? And I just didn't notice? Discovered 4 years ago by Vampire, Vamp 48. Of course, because it's a black hole. So the more we chase systems with black holes, as we get closer to the galactic core, the more likely they're going to have been discovered by somebody. And this is Vamp 48. That's interesting. So, I suppose then we can conduct an experiment. If Vamp 48 was here, then by going through this wormhole, we should end up in another system where Vampire was the first to discover it. And if not, then that means wormholes are somewhat randomized. Now, I recognize that that might be something that is known to people already. It is known. Whatever. And I'm sure in the comments, if it is known, people are going to let me know. But I generally only look stuff up that is either convoluted or confusing or a bug. I generally try to avoid looking stuff up that I could discover on my own. Not to say I never do it. But this is just something that never occurred to me before. I never stopped to think, hey, what if black holes take you to different locations? I just always assumed they didn't, and they took you to the same location every time, regardless of who the user was. And at this point, we'll actually have a practical experimental way to discover if that is indeed the case. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know this, practical experiments, that is experiments done organically through natural gameplay, are my favorite sorts. Because you did not have to control any such situations to make them happen. Hence, they are organic and natural. Looking out over the scorched horizon. Maybe the water was a more impressive shot. Gotta say, we've been there and we've done that. Maybe we'll do one like looking up at us from down on the ground, right? It's more like a portrait of us in the background with some background. No, that's not a good one. Okay. It's red. It's a little scorched, but we're not sure what the water is like yet. I think we parked our starship a little bit away from the water, not terribly, but enough to be inconvenient. So we'll just walk down here, we'll collect ourselves some dihydrogen. We have not had much luck on buying the dihydrogen or the tritium from the orbital trade stations lately. So here we go. Whoa, look at that drop off. Wow, it gets deep fast. Oh my. Look at these interesting fish. And then we got more of this bulbous algae. It's a fairly common way for these things to grow, it seems like. Scan unique creatures. Done and done. Alright, let's read about some of these fish. Well, first let's look at the temperature. So the temperature underwater is actually extremely comfortable here. I keep seeing colors out of the corner of my eye. I'm not super excited about that. Alright. So if we just look at this cool looking fish. Oh, that's a cool looking fish too. Okay, we'll read them both. The N-Trianbo, discovered by me, not vampire, encountered in the bubbling seas of planet Tisbur Omega, where N-Trianbo reveals its revels in the near boiling temperatures. Their eyes never close, for they never sleep. Their swim is endless, unbroken by rest or respite. Scavengers, they feed upon the soft downward drift of plankton, feasting upon the dying remains of tiny organisms, and they have echolocation glands. And they look pretty gnarly. I mean, those teeth, so they evolved with those teeth, and they eat plankton. Challenge. I challenge that. I know you can't see me right now, but I am pointing at this thing, and it is challenged. Challenge that. Look at those teeth. Those are not the teeth that eat the downward drift of plankton. Scavengers, maybe, I believe, but this looks like a plankton-eating fish. Gay Chiliacosa was first recorded swimming in the boiling, inhospitable seas of planet Tisbur Omega. Large-eyed and with a swollen brain sac, these fish appear to possess a wisdom that few sea creatures can ever obtain. Whoa. Scavengers, they feast upon the downward drift of plankton, feasting upon the dying remains of tiny organisms, and they burn in the sun, despite looking like they have wings to soar out of the water. Oof, even underwater the sun's effects are felt. Okay, well, let's get back on this quest. I wish it didn't change my active quest when I completed it. I feel like if I wanted to turn it in, I would find it myself, and there's no reason to do it a different way. Alright, so this sentinel wants to see what the fuss is about. Oh, look at that. It's a scorcher. Such a scorcher. I bet at night it doesn't feel as bad. I mean, the yellow nebula, it's kind of like a goldenrod-ish yellow. I don't think that really conveys heat to me. Maybe it does. Yellow's sort of hot. Oh, there's your picture. Hold the phone. Right in the sun. It's a scorcher. Alright. Enough of that. I think we've had our fun with this planet. I mean, the whole point of being a traveler is to travel and explore, but really we could settle down at any time we wanted. We could pick a planet, design a base. I really haven't felt one call to me in a hardcore way. Time to do it. Nope, not the space station. Oh no. We're over that. We're tracking on something with much more mass. There's the accretion disk. Oh yeah. We're going for it. There we go. Gravitational interference. You better believe it. Fire into the event horizon. Just like that, we are through the looking glass. Oh, here's our distress signal. Wow, this is quite a large fleet. Wow, this is an incredibly large fleet. Okay, let's switch over to phase beam. It's time to put these down. Hold on, is this hauler really trying to... okay. Yep, there's one, there's one. No, 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 no. Come on. See, we don't have the maneuverability with the pulse engine, but... oh no! Standing decreased with the Viking. What happened? Oh, don't tell me this... oh! They're tricking me into blowing up... no! That's not fair. That's so not fair. Hopefully they understand that I'm helping. Oh, come on. It's so not fun. Oh, is it? No! I was saving them. Look at that. We didn't even get a chance to look at how far we got. Okay, it says rescue the freighters, attack ships remaining, so it's obviously figured it out. Ooh, we gotta pause the action. No, maybe not. That's a neat shot. I don't know why, but seeing the sun behind asteroids like that I always think looks neat. Alright, alright. Enough of that. Let's get this little pest here that thinks they're on us. So at least we were able to get forgiveness, although we did lose standing with the Viking. So we'll just make darn sure we don't accidentally shoot some storage units, huh? Gotta pay really good attention to it, that's all. Okay, we're down to the last enemy fighter. Yep, and a fighter it is, too. That's what happens when you have overpowered phase beams. Even a little nick of a cargo container is enough to destroy it completely. Alright, let's go ahead and store everything right away. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and answer these emergency comms. Fighting interloper, Viking warrior, something request, something for reward. Okay, let's go see.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, look at this freighter too. It is extensive. Is this bigger than ours? No. No, this is a similar model, but it appears to be a size smaller than ours. That's okay, looks can be deceiving, and it's all about... oof, come on now. Looks can be deceiving from the outside, and it's all about, the inside. So let's take a look at its class and storage. And we'll see if it's going to be worth our time. Oh, it's weird seeing all these plain Jane hallways. No thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a size down from ours. It's a cool looking fighter. Captain Konku. Draw, pathetic interloper. Something of battle glory, but Viking gives blah. Don't call me a pathetic interloper. I will inspect the freighter, please. A C-class. Lots of inventory. 29 slots. By comparison, we have 34, and we're A-class. So obviously we'll be taking payment instead, Captain Konku. I would like payment instead, please. 319 chromatic metal. We're rich. And I don't want that magnetized ferrite. Just eat up my inventory space, and there we go. Alright, well, we can call our own freighter. If they want to see what a real capital ship looks like. But I think instead what we'll do is try to make planetfall. We'll pick a planet, try to make planetfall right away. Ooh, that looked like a neat fighter. And of course, you know, went to the wrong side of the hangar. Alright, the end of sleep. Let sleep end. So let's look at our distance. We are now currently 581,000 light years. Wow, definitely made some good progress on that last jump. Oh, I said planetfall, but I kind of want to go to the space station now. What is this planet? This very peculiar looking planet. A forsaken planet. It looks like it has water, but I know that can't be the case if it's a planet without an atmosphere. Hold on. If it doesn't have an atmosphere, it's going to have like rusted metal on it, right? Yeah. Okay. Have this bright blue nebula in place of its atmosphere, almost probably giving it the illusion of maybe having a sky, even though it doesn't. Could be pretty interesting. I think we'll scan some of the other planets, though. We went to a planet without an atmosphere pretty recently. Alright, and what sort of starship modules do you have for sale? We've got hyperdrive, cyclotron, pulse engine. Oh my gosh. Positron ejector. Let's go hyperdrive and pulse engine, please. That is right. So we're going to put all of this into our technology space so that it cannot be corrupted and damaged by traveling through black holes. Now what we'll do is we'll look at how much it's going to cost to maybe add some to the technology section. It's only worth 5 million. Oh, no thank you. I will keep it. No, let's just purchase the storage outright. We have the 11 million, right? No. What are you trying to tell me? No? Okay, well I don't know what this thing is doing. But that's scary. That almost makes me think that we can upgrade our inventory anywhere. So it looks like there's a bug. And you know, feel free to weigh in comments for what you think or know it is. But it appears to me like there's a bug where when you save a capital ship in a system, and it is available for you to swap to, you then can't purchase storage for your starship at a space station. Quite a bizarre little bug. Let's see, that is an arid planet. No, really. Oh, an unknown moon of an arid planet, a dead moon. Copper, rusted metal, and salt. So we have two sort of forsaken. Well, no, we have one forsaken planet, one dead moon, a charred planet with salvageable scrap. Ugh, and that's where the water is in this system. I think, have we scanned them all? No, we have not. There's quite a bit in this system, actually. A high radio source planet. Okay, there's our forsaken planet. Yep, and there's the dead moon, and the other moon is registering behind this planet. Okay, let's go exploring. And we'll just come around this planet here with a quick pulse jump and take a peek at what the moon is on the other side. There it is, breaking out around the planet now. I think here we're sort of splitting the difference between being able to see both of these moons at the same time, and I think that's an overgrown moon. Oh yeah, no, I want to go there. But first we're going to swing into this atmosphere, because I was looking through my screenshots, and I noticed that one I really thought was neat. And that was where you're looking at the moon from high orbit, where it's kind of sort of breaking the horizon. About like that, but maybe even less than that, because that's not as visible. So we're going to get a little bit out of the atmosphere here, like that. Now it's still a little bit in the atmosphere, right? I don't think there's a way we're going to be able to do that. Not the way I want. There we go. Alright, that being said, let's go see what an overgrown moon is all about. Aggressive sentinels, though. Oh, why did it have to be aggressive sentinels? Alright, doesn't matter. We're in it to win it at this point. Let's go ahead and make our sharp turn down through the atmosphere. Whoa, with a big rainbow. Oh yeah, look at that madness. So it's kind of a golden sky, golden grass, purple trees, and yes, we are mid-scalding rainstorm for sure. I think we're going to peek right up on this plateau and get a look at what the terrain is doing on this moon. Oh no, yep, we're going there. Floating island? Don't mind if I do. And go ahead and settle down. Boiling superstorms and hostile patrols. Yikes. Holy moly though, look at the resources. This is Resource City. Why are they showing me so many deposits so far away? Oh, and look at these creatures. Builds a metal nest. Nice. So many creatures. What have we here? Skittish. Its claws harbor disease. Oof. It's quite a defense mechanism. Oh, look at this little creature hopping around. Star bramble, another one that cannot drown. And we have this one. Foraged nuts. Has a massive tongue. Or, well, you know. Whatever you do on your own time, I would keep to yourself. Whoa, no, 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 no! Please don't fall off the edge. It doesn't really capture the majesty without the purple trees, but the purple trees are so massive. Just kind of staring off into the abyss. I don't like that photo. Maybe it's because the rain makes it hard to see. These trees are ginormous, though. Ouch! What in the heck? Oh, was it that? No. Look at this bipedal monstrosity. Steals from others. Dislikes being scanned. Oh, kill it with fire. You're done. The only one of its kind. Eliminated. Doesn't like being scanned. I've got news for you. Tough. Too bad. So sad. You're getting scanned. But you had to scan it in order to know that it didn't like being scanned. What? What? This is not a superheated rainstorm? We're not already in a superheated rainstorm? There's one on the way? I gotta say, this little moon has character. A huge array of biodiversity, complete with predators, visibility on the planet and the other moon at the same time, just about, high sentinels, and then, ooh. Oh, that's hot. Yep, pushing up over 100 C. Oh, scalding. And of course now the sentinels are coming out. Hold on. Okay, well let's take a look at the catalog here, or I'm sorry, the discoveries, and let's just see what some of these creatures are. I'm very curious about Gardelphosa, which makes its home in the fields of planet Rivoro-Yoro. Intelligent, calm, and methodical, this relentless hunter stalks their prey to the point of exhaustion. Omnivorous and thieving, they eat whatever they find, wherever they find it. Frequently, this means consuming the hard-won stores of other animals, and it dislikes being scanned. It's kind of a cool-looking little creature with a backwards-looking tail, sort of upside down. Let's see, what else was... No, there was one that I saw that I was very, very kind of... Oh, look at this thing. What? Oh, it's a bat. Found soaring over the temperate grasslands of planet Rivoro-Yoro. Nervous on the wing, they wheel and turn in endless loops, hoping to throw off any predators that might attempt to track them. Their diet is varied, but they will gorge upon star bramble at any opportunity, and it regularly sheds its skin. It's a little pig-nosed bat. This one, though, I think this one bears some looking at. A grasslands creature at home in lush plains of planet Rivoro-Yoro, collaborative herd animals, they work together to spot incoming predators. Hundreds of eyes, scanning the horizon in unison. Their diet is rich in the star bramble, found in abundance on this planet. I believe, though... I believe at this point... It is time for us to get a little bit of a sunset, standing by the spaceship, looking up at the planet on the horizon type picture, maybe? Maybe we look... Now, the sunset's in that direction, but the planet is the winner. Look at that. That just looks cool. And then I guess we'll go ahead and get one with the sunset too, like looking back over our shoulder. I like that one. Alright, and I think we'll continue this in the next episode, where we'll make the determination of which system to go to next. Until then, take care.